admissions rate, right? Over here, Georgia Tech, University of Illinois, University of Texas, number 6 and number 9, right? And look at the admissions rates. Applicants at Georgia Tech, Illinois, 67% get in. University of Texas, 47% get in. That's more than half on that top one. When I was an investment banker, we used to hire people for the engineering side of our firm. And it was always top 25, but there was a couple schools that I was like, why do we apply here? And they said, Georgia Tech is the best engineering school in the world. We want it there. And if you go out and look at some of the top tier organizations here in Silicon Valley, so many of them have been started by people from university. You think, university of what? But they're really darn good at what they do. And knowing those universities, if this is where your student wants to go, giving them that chance to get into top tier, because we're not all going to get into MIT. I'd like to tell you that we are, but we're not. I mean, we can look at the numbers here. In this room, the chances of that means maybe 6 of us if we all applied, if we were lucky. And maybe not, because this is kind of a concentrated area, so that may not be the case, right? So think about other options. Same thing, biomed, Stanford. Why not go to Georgia Tech or University of Washington? Business, Harvard, of course. Michigan, University of North Carolina, and your numbers rise, and they're fantastic schools. So don't limit, but also understand where those opportunities arise. So your kid can think about opportunities like that. Michigan's a fantastic school. So also is University of North Carolina. It's a great public school. It's the second best public school behind Berkeley. It's fantastic. Why not? Think about the options that are there. All right, so last, I know they had a lot of discussions already about the roadmaps, about how to go about setting up your kid's 4-year program at high school. And I don't want to go too much into this because a lot of them are the same. But I will point out one thing right here. Junior year, second semester, you want your kids starting to look at their essays. And I'll tell you why. Almost every one of them will be taking an SAT prep course that summer for the final push on their SATs. Now, some of us have kids who are going to get 2,300s in their junior year, and they're going to be done. But a lot of us are going to be kids who are like, I got 2,000, I want 2,100, I need to get that extra push. They're going to take that summer doing that. And then they step into that fall, and that fall they're doing applications, they're doing supplements, they're doing their SAT-2s, which are the subject-specific tests, they're taking a barrage of AP courses. They are overwhelmed. Now, springtime. If your kid's a junior right now, he or she should be thinking about this. As I said, the essays are out there for the Common App. The UCs have stayed the same. You want to be sitting down with him or her and beginning to put the drafts together. Get it done now, right? Now, maybe the story will change in the next 6 months. Maybe they'll have something miraculously cool happen that they have to talk about. But the simple fact is they're likely going to tell a story that's happened at this point, and they need to get that story done now, all right? So this is the one piece. The rest of this I think we all know, right? This is all information that we're happy to provide. We actually, Annie, do we have these? Do we have some of these printed out, the roadmap? No, okay. So we can give it to you. So we can send you a PDF and an email if you want to come by. All right, last thing, and then I'm going to stop. I'm a parent, 2 kids, an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old. So I'm still not quite where probably most of you guys are thinking about this, though I'm thinking about it a lot. Got the 529s, got the, God, how am I going to pay for this? Where are you going to go? I want you to be close, but I want you to find a great school, all those things, right? They're the things that are, and we want this because we want what's best for our kids. And more importantly, we just want our kids to have doors that are open. I just want my kid to have choices. I want her and him to be like, I want to go here instead of here, or I want to do this, and have it yes on both sides on that, right? And so for us, we've been blessed enough to have put some kids out there that have had these opportunities. And I mean, this is just a sampling of it, but I think what we're really trying to say is that every one of us who works at TestMagic, certainly senior management and most teachers, we have kids. We're raising the same things that you guys are doing, and we're worried about the same sort of ideas that you guys are worried about. So we understand this, and we understand that there's a value to having a partner getting your kids through this process, and it actually takes more than we realize in most cases. And after that, I'd be happy to take questions, and thanks so much for your time. Are there any questions about things? No? So, Annie, should we do get them filled out? So we have a raffle for TestMagic. TestMagic is opening its newest place in Cupertino this summer, and we have a